you about from the White House Coronavirus Task Force briefing. Vice President Pence speaking right now and striking definitely a more optimistic tone about the progress the country's made than I heard from Dr. Fauci in our interview, which we taped earlier today for the Milken Summer Series conference, which is actually airing right now if folks want to watch that. Pence saying at the beginning that all 50 states and territories in the United States are opening, quote, safely and responsibly right now. He noted that the U.S., after those 45 days to slow the spread, he says that we slowed the spread, flattened the curve, saved lives. Nonetheless, he does acknowledge the rising number of cases in states across the South and the West, and he said he spoke with the governors of Florida, Texas, and Arizona in just the last 12 hours, and that he and Dr. Birx are going to visit Texas and Arizona next week, and that he's visiting Florida later next week to kind of get a status check on the ground. He says they're going to talk about the efforts they're going to be taking in specifically 16 states in the U.S. where both cases are rising and the percent of positive tests are rising as well, showing there may be community spread in those places. Meanwhile, Kelly, I did tape earlier with Dr. Anthony Fauci, who is very concerned about what he called a serious turnaround in some areas of the country. And, you know, we're always talking about testing, tracing, and isolating cases. I asked him specifically how contact tracing in the U.S. is going. Here's what he said.
It's not going well. I have to tell you, it's not going well. Billions of dollars that were given to the CDC to distribute to the states for the purpose of identification, isolation, contact tracing. And that meant do whatever you need to do to get it done. You need to build a hotel to put people in there, do it. Just do what you need to be done. We got to make sure that happens because I don't really see that happening to a great degree right now. So we better get on it and make it happen.
So, Kelly, a pretty frustrated Dr. Fauci you're seeing right there.
Meg, what do we know about hospitalization rates and death rates in terms of not just the spread of these cases, but the severity of them, and most importantly, you know, how close we are for the healthcare system in terms of getting overwhelmed?
Yeah, it's different in different areas, but you are starting to see the hospitalizations start to rise both nationally and concerningly in areas with this biggest spread. Of course, we've been hearing about Houston reaching its capacity in normal ICUs, now going into surge capacity. You're seeing hospitalization or hospital capacity going down in these areas. And that's another thing Dr. Fauci and I talked about. It's that even though younger people are making up a bigger bulk of those getting diagnosed, he said that doesn't mean that A, they're immune from being hospitalized, or B, that they won't go on to spread this to people at higher risk of hospitalization or death. So we are all in this together and we all need to be careful.
Yeah, Meg, thanks very much. We appreciate it. Meg Terrell there.